Hello ladies and gentlemen, Panzer here and welcome back to the Last Leviathan. You guys asked for it, you wanted to see more, so let's get on with it. Now, when I first played this, that was before it was released, and apparently they've added an event now. So, the event currently is to defeat the Stormranger, which I believe is a large ship that's been made by the developers. And what they're asking us to do is to take it on, defeat it, and do that in the fastest time possible. And with a Class 4, or a Carrot class ship. So, yeah. Let's get on with it then. Alright, so this is the ship in question, the Stormranger. It's a sailing ship with deck cannons and a certain amount of armor on the sides from the looks of it. I'm just looking at the photos here that they've included. There is quite a lot of scale armor on the side, so it's going to be a very strong broadsider. So I'm thinking we're going to have to build something to combat that. And I'm not entirely sure how we're going to do that, so let's get building. Alright, as per usual, we start off with something like this. There's nothing on it whatsoever, and I feel like we kind of need to be prepared for something like this. I feel like I don't want to take it on broadside, so we need something that should be fairly maneuverable. And let's have a look at how we're going to do that. Alright, so this is the first part of it. I want it to be quite strong, so I've gone with this planed? Or planked wooden, I don't know. It's the strongest wooden block that we have, and that's going to make up the front of it. And I want to be fairly slender, so that we can be a little bit more maneuverable. At least that's the idea, anyway. So we can actually make something much bigger than this, but this is just the front for now. Alright, so this is the basic shape that I've come up with. It's a very simple sort of boat-like shape, but I've put some propellers on it, so that's going to be fairly speedy, and it does seem to turn fairly well. The armor on the sides here are actually mainly for balancing. They don't actually really do that much since they're actually below the waterline on this. So, now really got to think about how to really get this ready for battle. Because, I mean, as it is right now, there's nothing. There's nothing here. So, let's have a look at what we can do then. Alright, so, it's a fairly plain design. I was trying to do all sorts of funny things with this, but this is what I've come up with so far. There's well within the Class 4 level that we're looking for, and, well, it's basically a wooden boat with some propellers on it, but I have 3 deck cannons and 2 triple mini cannons, and the idea being they're going to help soften us up, or soften the target up, before we go in for the ram, and that's what these rams are here for. I have thought about actually switching these out and using deck cannons for those instead. The only problem with these is they don't have any way of really traversing properly, at least not from that angle, so they might not be able to hit. But you know what, actually, I like the look of that, so we're going to go with that instead. I have thought about maybe putting some mortars on here. That could help with sort of firing and running away. In fact, I might actually still do that. So we could put a mortar still over there. Yeah, that'll be fine. Let's just see if it floats. It sort of sinks a little bit. It's very slowly coming back to the top though. So, I think we're going to be okay. The boat is quite badly filled with water. But, you know what? That actually might not be the best idea. The cannons are underwater. Alright, back to the drawing board. Alright, so I think the mortar is going to be too heavy. So, we'll just do that. We could just have a couple of barrels of rum, actually, around here. Just to help with it floating. Maybe. I don't know whether they actually do that. Maybe they just weigh it down. I don't know. It seems to be very, very, very heavy at the front. But you know what? It's still quite speedy. We can still do about 20 knots there with this. It's leaping out of the water now, so it's quite hard to control. In fact, it runs the risk of capsizing itself every time we do a very sharp turn like that. But I think going underwater is going to be to our advantage. Maybe. I don't know. Probably not. But you know what? I'm gonna go with it. Okay, and we're straight into it. It's apparently foggy out. I think that's our target over there. Yeah, that definitely looks like it. It seems to fit the profile. I'm just going to be a little bit cautious for now. I don't want to approach it on the broadside. See, that was something that I was very, well, I was very certain we didn't want to do that. So, let's head on over to this side. He is coming straight at us, I think. He has turned around. Oh dear, I'm exactly where I don't want to be. But I can fly a little. Oh no, this is bad. Ooh, he missed. He did miss. Alright, let's try to get rid of him now. None of those hit. Absolutely none of those hit. Gotta slow it down now. Stay behind him. Yeah! That's a good hit. Oh, we've been hit. Come on. No. No, this is bad. This is bad. This is not where I want to be. No, no, no. Aha! Right at the... Oh, I missed. Ram him! Well, I'm trying to anyway. I need to stop him from moving, really. I think that's what I actually need to do. Oh, that's a lot of good hits there. I don't know if I can destroy his guns. Maybe that might be a good idea. Alright, let's turn it around. All those shots missed. I got one hit. Oh, we can push him over! Oh, the ram doing its work there. Oh, that actually was quite painful. Yes, we have lost some of our guns. Oh, lordy. Okay, right. Let's turn it around. These are our remaining guns. And, it looks like he's lost a rudder. Alright, let's try to ram him then. Oh, we're meeting him on the broadside. Yeah, that was smart. I've lost pretty much all my guns now. This is not going well. It is actually a lot harder to change direction now. I'm not sure why. Maybe putting the ROM on there might have been a bad idea. So he is desperately trying to keep us in the broadside zone. Which is definitely not where I want to be. I'll tell you that. Ah, and we have lost our last cannon. So I think this is kind of where we have to call it quits. I don't know why the spikes are staying on despite the rest of the boat being blown up. But I'm not going to question it. Alright, so let's get back to the drawing board and try that again. Okay, so I think the main problem there was really just not enough guns. I think that's really the main problem. So let's sort that out now. Let's get more guns on there, and then we're going to go back out and do it all again. Okay, so you know I said I wanted more guns. I'm wondering if the phrase too much gun applies to this. It is somehow controllable, though. It is part submarine at this stage. But I think this is the start of something good. Alright, and here it is. So, just after some quick additions with regards to balancing the damn thing, I've changed the power distribution and weight distribution around. So we've got a little bit more weight at the back. We've switched over to a twin rudder layout instead of the single large one. And slight differences in the propellers there. And that's helped to stabilize it a lot more, although we have lost a little bit of speed. Hopefully this works. I have no idea if it will. Alright, and here we go. So I'm going to start off at half speed first. And since we got to do this fast, I'm thinking I'm just going to go straight at it. In fact, I might even take control of one of the guns and try to hit him from here. Of course, I'm not going to hit him like that, but you get the idea. So, at the moment, really just trying to range it. This is something I didn't do with the last one, mainly because of just how difficult it was to control the damn thing. So, let's bring this around here and take control of the gun again. It's a little bit short. And there we go. Let's fire all of them. And all of them missed. Well then, oh. We lost that gun. Okay then. I see how you want to play this. Come here, you. Yeah, that's right. How do you like that? I haven't actually knocked any of his guns off. This could be a problem. Oh, this is bad. So, we're losing guns very quickly. And, some very strange graphical things are happening at the moment. But, we're gonna soldier on through. In fact, it seems like something weird's going on every time I fire. So, I don't really know what's going on, actually. Alright, let's just stay here and try to do as much damage to them as we can. Seems the right sort of speed to be doing this at, too. Right up behind him. You can see just up close and personal. Not exactly the most exciting way of doing it, but we did win. And it only took us 2 minutes and 13 seconds. So, that's not too bad. I would say that's not too bad. But, just in the interest of completeness, I have discovered something else. So, the previous ship that we've built in the last video, that is actually here as well, and that's also a Class 4. So, I thought just as a test, I want to see how well this does against the Stormranger. Okay, so we're now in a sailing ship. Enemies there in the distance. We do have broadsides, we have the deck cannons, we have the triple minis at the front as well. So let's see how well we can do. Now this is I would say a better protected ship. It's definitely a little bit better for all-round defense, however, it seems to have less firepower as far as I can tell. So let's try to get some shots off into the distance there. In fact, I could just fire both of them at once. I think. I don't know if this is actually doing any damage. Or even where any of these are hitting. Oh, there we go. Just slightly ahead of him. Let's see if we can get some damage in before we get into range of his guns. Okay, time to switch over to the broadside. Get ready for that. And fire away. And both missed. Well done. And we've been hit. Let's see what's the damage like. Okay, they've destroyed some of our rum. It's normally not appreciated in the pirate world. Oh, well, we've lost that blade. Good thing it's there. It's there for our protection. They're trying to hit our sails. Getting some good hits on him. It's sort of a little bit of a stalemate, I think. I'm not actually moving, I've just realised as well. Kind of because the I've done a silly thing and faced us into the wind. So yes, that might be why. Just firing away with this, and we're moving backwards, so I mean that's not exactly a bad thing. They're just sort of spinning around aimlessly at the moment. I don't know if he's going to chase us. It does look like he's going to try. Right, so let's sort out this problem that we're having at the moment. So it seems like we can get a little bit of wind this way. I think. I'm not actually sure. Right, let's put some fire on him. A lot of long distance stuff this time around. There's some good hits there. Oh, he's firing back. I think we could just finish him off here. It's quite disappointing, though, that it kind of has just ended this way. Not exactly the most intense battle, and definitely not a very fast one either. Alright, so that took 4 minutes and 25 seconds, and honestly, not a fantastically interesting battle, I gotta say. I think, honestly, the previous boat did better. I think, honestly, that's the way to do it. So, yeah, what was it, 2 minutes, something rather like that? But anyway, that's the event that's currently ongoing. If you have the game, you can take part in it, and you can show off how you've done it as well. So, I'm going to leave that one there. Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like, and comment down below if there's anything in particular you'd like me to try and build. I mean, there's limitless possibilities so long as it floats, so, yeah, let me know what you guys would like me to try making. And, if you are playing the Last Leviathan as well, let me know what you guys have made as well. And, I'll probably start up the same thing as I do with Crossout if you're following me on Twitter. Tweet me screenshots of things that you've made, and I might show them off in a video if I find some really interesting designs there. So, tweet at me screenshots, and go ahead and follow me on Twitter as well. And, of course, subscribe if you're new to the channel. My name is Panzer. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.